Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time you are watching me. This is Viju Peri, a practical psychologist, a trainer and a handwriting expert. So friends, today I have come up with my next video on psychological counseling. Yes, you heard me properly. I said psychological counseling. But before getting into the topic of psychological counseling, I would like to clarify you people with the word counseling, because what I feel is counseling is the most misunderstood, or else I can say the confused word. How? I would tell you now. Like many times, the friends or the relatives of the client come to me, and whenever we start talking about counseling, they tell me something. Actually, you know what, madam, we have counseled her so much, but it is not being useful to her. We have actually given so much of counseling to my friend, but actually he is not at all taking. It is not useful, ma'am. So then when I ask them what exactly they did in counseling or how exactly they counseled, they tell something. I will give you some, I'll tell you about some general answers what I get, not in particular, but the general answers what I'll be getting are, like they tell, madam, actually you know what, I told her whatever she is doing is not correct, but then she is not listening to me. Or else I suggested him not to go for it, but then he's not understanding. Why am I telling? And I advised her to do something, but then she's not doing how I am telling to her to do. So this is good, friends. I don't say this is bad. This is really very good, and out of concern, helping our friends or guiding our friends is really good. But then it is just giving guidance from your perspective. That is, it is a kind of counseling, but then it is not psychological counseling. Psychological counseling is totally different, and what you have done is totally different. It is just guiding from your perspective, but psychological counseling is something else. Just now I said something, friends, like they used some words like whatever the client is doing is wrong, or they suggested something, they guided, or else they advised something. So that happens only in counseling. But in psychological counseling, it's totally opposite of it actually. There we don't have any kind of advice giving or suggesting won't be there, and we as a psychologist are totally neutral. We don't have any kind of preoccupied thoughts with which we judge our clients. We won't be judging our clients, and ultimately there won't be any kind of suggestion or advice giving. So then what exactly is psychological counseling? What actually happens in psychological counseling? So I don't want to go with the what you call definition of psychological counseling, but then I would like to tell what can you expect from psychological counseling, because that becomes more interesting and meaningful also. So what actually happens after counseling is the client, whoever comes, will become more aware of his own thoughts, feelings and actions. Or else I can say the client becomes will become aware of his response to different situations, people or word. You can take, or else we can just put it in a simple word like the client becomes more insightful. That is the first thing. And the second thing what happens in psychological counseling after counseling is the client becomes more and more skillful, or else they learn skill to combat the situation, or else to come out of the issue. Or sometimes there are some situations wherein they cannot do anything about it. In that case, they will learn coping skills to handle the situation, or else the whatever the environment they have in a better way. So ultimately, the client becomes more insightful and skillful. So once the client becomes more insightful and skillful, what happens? Ultimately, he becomes more confident, and the rate of happiness increases, and at the same time, the quality of life improves, right? So ultimately, after psychological counseling, you can expect that a client becomes more insightful and becomes more skillful, and the quality of life will be improved. So now, if I have to put it in a very simple way, what is psychological counseling? Can we say something like it is learning of new skill, right? It is just the process of learning a new skill. Like for example, as we go to school, college, we attend many different workshops or training programs wherein we develop or else upgrade ourselves with our technical skills. And here in counseling, what happens? We upgrade ourselves with our life skills for better life. It is just as simple as it is, friends. It is just learning a new skill for better life. So that is the ultimate definition of psychological counseling we can take. And as we all know, learning is always good, right? It keeps us young, energetic and active by mind. So let's keep learning, and if at all, if you feel you have any issue, or else maybe your friends or maybe your relatives are actually have some such situation wherein they are not able to handle, and if they really are in dilemma whether to approach a psychologist or not, then no need to hesitate, friends. It's just a learning process. Just ask them or suggest them to go to their nearest psychologist so that they lead a very happy and successful life. This is my humble request to all of you people. So now you know what is psychological counseling, right? But then you might be curious to know about the process of psychological counseling or how it is carried out. So I will be coming up in my next video about the process of psychological counseling. But for this video, if you have any kind of doubts or queries, or else any kind of suggestion for which I am open, please do write in the comment box. I will answer all your queries. Signing off for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you guys keep supporting me like this, and I'll meet you in my next video. Till then, bye. Bye-bye.